Oh, can you stream your Krita to me?
I gotta plug in the drawing tablet. Sweat.
It's 34 hours and you beat it.
Damn.
I don't trust that he actually, like, finished anything. Beyond the most basic, like, main quest.
I think the problem is that people are not going in with like good expectations, so they're just gonna hate it.
But then reviews make that worse.
Yeah, see, and no, it's not Skyrim.
Oh, where?
That was the recommended uplift.
I see. I'm just waiting for you to go live to me in Discord. It's like all these reviews are like, it was a good game, I want to review it good. But... and then they give, like, way less bad than they do good, and I'm like, then why didn't you review it good?
Mysteries. Yeah, I want you to try to find a valid bad review.
I'm actually trying right now. Believe it or not, I am attempting. Okay. This is why I'm like, I don't know if this is just me or something. What do they mean the story is bland?
Oh no, a great plague is spreading across the land and you have to stop it.
Okay, but if that's all you're taking from it, then you're looking at it wrong still. Let me pose to you the story I have in my head so far, that I'm like, this is what I've been playing through. I got told, hey, you're the envoy of a king. You're still finding your place in the world, but your king wants you to go and be an envoy for this new, like, Magic Australia, right? And he wants you to help set up a presence in there. So you go and you do it. At some point in going and doing this, you find out that you are the chosen one of an ancient god.
Mm-hmm.
Sure, sounds basic so far. You also find out that the people your king hired to help you keep the peace are like tyrannical leaders. So you think, okay, yeah, I'll probably end up siding with the god. And now I've slowly learned that the god that I have been chosen by is a literal crybaby. Like, they are upset that I let humans have water.
Have what?
Water.
I see.
They are upset that I allowed people to irrigate water.
Uh-huh.
And the last time they were this angry... Hang on. Okay. The last time they were this angry, they caused a mass extinction. No justification. Like, no, hey, these people prayed for me all their lives and offered tribute, and I am their god. Maybe I should treat my followers a little nicer? No, they just went, I'm just going to eradicate everything on this plane. So now I'm stuck in a very big moral dilemma of, do you side with a tyrannical leader that is trying to, like, actively abolish, like, any form of progression in the name of oppression? Or do you side with a crybaby god who, if you don't side with them, is threatening to just wipe out all of humanity again because they can?
I see.
That's the story I'm at so far. Where in that is this basic? This is actually not a terrible bad review, because it's just their opinion, and they actually like stress the fact that it's their opinion. Like, I tried to enjoy the game, but it felt hollow and didn't suck me in. And I'm like, okay, sure. Just means it wasn't for you. Some of these are just like... No! This is the worst route. This is the kind of review that should not be allowed to be published. Played for 2 hours. Didn't enjoy any 1 minute of it. The world felt super empty. The third-person animations are stiff. I can actually kind of agree with that one. Terrible character customization, aka very limited. It's fine. I had no issues with it. No real-world interactions.
What does that mean?
I don't know.
I couldn't punch a tree. 0 out of 5.
This game is not Minecraft. 0 out of 10. Some of these reviews are terrible, though. Like, how do you play for 2 hours and are like, the 1/10th of a section of a map I've seen is empty? It's like complaining about your 1 penny being a little dusty in a bucket of like 100,000 pennies. They're just like, I only got to pick up the dusty penny. Terrible penny bin. Also, other terrible review, 2.5 hours on record, rip Obsidian though. That's that's just what they said. Hey Abdul. Oh, here you go, Snowy. This is a pretty good review for a negative review. Honestly, I'm sure this is a good game for some people, but it's not for me. 1.1 hours on record. Didn't complain about, like, anything they felt, they just didn't like the game. Refunded the game and we're like, Also, here's another one of like, $100 for Crash Air Simulator Stars more expensive, worse version of Skyrim. And I'm like, this isn't Skyrim. Which, okay, that was the other thing. I questioned why people would compare this to Skyrim of all things, right? To which you said, not as popular for Fable, right? What about Mass Effect? Because it's a similar like system to how Mass Effect 1 played.
Yeah, I gotta question if it's literally just people who played the other RPG games and they just played this because.
Yeah, I'm like, I don't. Wait, sorry, okay, explain what you were thinking again.
They've never played any other RPG game besides Skyrim.
I see.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I don't know, but it's like the amount of people who keep saying game is not Skyrim is probably the worst part of this game's review section. Hey Abdul, you're here. Were you still planning on joining VC at some point, Abdul? Because if so... Oh, wait. I said an hour-long nap, that's a lie. The nap was so good it became a trilogy. Nice. Side tangent for later, but I had a dream last night that ended a 5 Dreams saga finally, which was kind of fun.
Hmm.
Yeah, I will explain after. I'm waiting to hear if Abdul is still planning on joining BC at any point. Because if he is, I will save the other drama for that. If not, then I'll get into it whenever. At some point, yeah, joining like 30. Okay, then that actually gives us good amount of time to like finish up the Avowed drama before going into the other drama. Because I got curious at something today, and oh boy, did it lead me down a rabbit hole. There's a camp. I can set up camp hat.
I need to make a PRF for these guys.
It's like over in the east. But yeah, it's like there are definitely other games you can compare this game to without, immediately dropping onto fucking Skyrim. That actually is gonna beg the question. I'm gonna look this up. How many people worked on Avowed? $125. Okay, they're roughly the same team size. But also, hang on, actually, wait. What did Bethesda make before Skyrim? Oblivion, right? So, 2006 to 2011. So that's like a 5-year gap. What else did Obsidian make? Okay, it would have been Outer Worlds slash Grounded. Okay, so it literally is like same time gap and employee count as Skyrim. It's just not the same focus as Skyrim. But people wanted this to be the new Skyrim for some reason. Hmm? What did you say?
Oh man, they wanted it to be Skyrim, but it's not. So
Yeah, I don't know, man. I think the other bit that didn't help was the Kingdom Come Deliverance 2 release coming out. So, Kingdom Come Deliverance 2 is like... It's one of the things that people are saying is like contender for Game of the Year. I personally don't like Kingdom Come Deliverance, and I know there's like a fair bit of people who also are under the same bucket as me, but the big appeal of it is supposed to be that one of its like difficulties is extremely realistic, going as far as to like needing your character to bathe, or you can attract enemies to you via like the scent of your stench.
uh-huh.
And there's like actual like weapon for like its whole appeal is you are not the chosen one, you're just some dude.
It's like that VR survival game that's like way too realistic for some reason. Like Green Hell or something.
Oh yeah, I know which one. Yeah, you're talking about Green Hell. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's not just VR game, but yeah. They just kind of upped the joke for VR because the joke was already that it was the hardest and the most realistic hardcore survival game out there. They just made it worse in VR because you need to actually perform the actions like wrapping a bandage around yourself. I think Blade and Magic open world RPG is huge tag people put between the two. What? What do you mean? I need you to explain when you get the chance, Abdul. Also, I just finished Marius's companion quest. Why is it yes? He wants to talk to me. Very popular, the casual to open worlds use it as baseline. One big, very few RPGs for a few minutes comparison from. Okay, but then my counterpoint, Abdul, was what about games that like were actually popular that were similar styled RPGs, like Fable 3, Mass Effect 1. I'm sure I can think of even more given time too. Those were the two that I got stuck on when I started talking to Yahtzee here. Agreed. Oh, maybe it's that. Maybe people are just kind of like half-ass reading the character dialogue and then skipping what they're actually saying.
Oh no.
That could also be a thing that people are doing. Like, I personally never played those, and I think many are as well version open world or other RPGs. I'll find great niches and difference between your library, but like, okay. If I were to compare this to games, I would compare it more to the likes of like Dragon Age, Mass Effect, Fable. Not immediately jump to the first, like, most popular open world game in the world.
I was like, is Fable is about an open world? Like, I don't think it was.
No, it's not really meant to be an open world game either. I don't know who put that tag on there, but
That people don't really
like
know
this game.
It's like roguelite, you know?
Yeah. Every RPG has to be open world. Oh, also, I apologize for maybe going broke around December.
Oh.
If I have enough to save up. TJ wants an Xbox. Hang on.
But your Xbox.
Hang on. TJ wants an Xbox. The one that I have is definitely out of date. At your place. If this comes out around Christmas time, then the thought is I save up and I get like Xbox X but used, and I get a copy of GTA 6 with it to stream.
Alright, because it's console only.
It's gonna be console only.
I was still just like, where is money coming from, man?
Save up.
Uh-huh.
Save up my little niche jobs. Uh-huh.
You never tell me about them because you keep heckin' NDAing them, so I'm just like, he had no job.
I mean, okay.
I know you get extra money for the NDA, man.
No, but typically when I NDA something too, it's usually related to some funny crypto bro thing that's going on.
Talk about anyway?
I'm just like, it doesn't matter anyway, because it's not gonna fucking go anywhere. But like, they're willing to pay me to do the thing. If they're willing to pay me to do the thing, why not do the thing? And then, yeah, half the time I can also be like, they're a crypto. If they're a crypto person, then, you know, they're more likely to go along with the idea of being like, hey, you know what would really protect your crypto scam? Is if you made me sign an NDA.
I see.
Well, they're allowed to do it to people, but I'm not allowed to do it to people.
You can do it. I'm just like, oh.
I don't know, man. It's just funny to me. Literally the opposite of my money that's being burned for it anyway. But yeah, my point, Abdul, is that there are games like that that are still very popular. That just don't get, like... They don't get the same differentials drawn between them.
I think we're losing nuance nowadays, honestly. People just like...
Yeah, that's a problem.
We've lost our critical thinking skills.
That's a problem.
Well, yeah.
I have to make sure I beat that into TJ. Yeah. I can make him learn the hard way without ever doing anything cruel. Oh, it's just like if I... You do the thing that like my parents would have done, and actually kind of did do at one point, and you get him the off-brand version of a game.
Oh.
And it makes the core memory of him playing like such a weird off-brand game, and he'll just be like, "Yep, that actually was a pretty fun game." Like me with fucking Tokyo Zandu.
Oh.
Right? Like I love that game right now.
Uh-huh.
It's stupid and fun. I mean, I agree many people have lost critical thinking skills, expecting their library to be homogenous to very few enjoyable games though. They're without thought and competition and variety. It's like, I agree. I just wish I could do something about it. There are plenty of available listing sites out there, Mike. Whoa. Hey, complete all bounties from all regions. Thank you, perhaps?
Speaking of people decisions, have you registered to vote?
Oh, wait, these dumb losers better stop being dumb losers, or my intervene. Abdul, like, misquoted me in a funny way. His quote of me was, these dumb losers better stop being dumb losers, or I might have to intervene. Yeah. You mean like Canadian registered to vote?
Your thing's happening soon, so it's a little too late unless you have on-site registration. But
you know, we don't really have to register every single time, right?
show up and just say your ID.
Yeah.
Damn. Happy hands,
Yeah.
America.
Yeah.
Some states do, some states don't. It's weird. Like Minnesota, you can just roll up, but Illinois and New York, you cannot just roll up. Those are the only states I've lived in that I've lived long enough to care about voting, so... It depends.
Whack. How are you guys supposed to agree on a president if you can't agree on a uniform method of voting for one?
Brother, like... If you really simplify the voting thing, our votes don't even actually matter. Like, straight up. Like, technically, like, yeah, the electoral college is supposed to look at our votes and make a decision based on them, but they could also just be like, nah, I vote because I can.
Uh-huh.
So, like, you know, unless it's like overwhelmingly like one side or another, could really.
You sure you don't want to find a way to come to camp?
Well, I'm the one with the big money, so no.
Crazy. Well, you can make big money here doing conventions.
What conventions do you have besides Anime North?
Fan Expo, Comic-Con. There's like 6 of each of these, by the way, so
One per province?
you can take your pick. What?
One per province?
Kind of, yeah. Sometimes it's multiple per province.
And you gotta fight the entire, like, all of the Canada artists for it, though.
Oh, you have art that's good enough to surpass, man. I don't know how many of them do lottery, but, like, if they don't do lottery, then you're solid.
Interesting.
Yeah. Oh, another merchant here? Oh, I see. What you got for money, buddy? Ooh, a treasure map. Bought? You have an Audribon. I don't think I need the Audribon anymore, though. That's the other one that I'm like, I kind of saw that complaint a bunch and was almost in agreeance. People were saying that this game is too grindy for its like weapon tier system. And I'm just like, you're telling me that, you know, having
grind.
like every one of my pieces is now max gear, and it has been for like almost this entire area. And it's like, yeah, pre-update, I can see that the punishment for not being as updated was a little harsh. They've definitely fixed that now, so like, we can hope that some of those reviews kind of taper out to be based on the actual system that's currently in the game, but I doubt many people ever update the reviews because people are stupid. Yeah, but it's like I could almost agree with it, and then I like got all yellows and realized that I still had like a quarter of the game left to go, and I'm just like, okay, maybe I don't see your point as much.
I think it's they think they have to immediately grind for it, because I don't know if some people like to do that.
Yeah, I don't know, man. It's like there's definitely some assumptions going around.
Oh yeah.
And those assumptions are hurting the reviews of the game.
It's like it seems like anyone who would give this game an honest try, like, do you think they're gonna read the reviews though?
That's what I don't know, because it does have very positive.
Yeah, so you see very positive and you're just saying.
So I see very positive on the 3,000 reviews, and it's like, I guess it's kind of like now getting tempered down of the amount of people that like have the bad reviews, but there are definitely people out there who will focus on the negative reviews first and use that to decide, sorry. And I know that people will do this because I used to do this.
Well, you're not gonna ever have any fun then if you only look at bad reviews for a game.
No, it's like if you can kind of tell whether like how a game gets hate or not, and whether it's honest hate. based on the negative reviews that are written. And that's typically what I try to do, where it's like, if I go through a bunch of reviews and it's like, yeah, reviews are mostly negative, but then 20 of the 30 reviews that are mostly negative are just like, game not fun, or like, I kept running into one specific crash. It's like, I'm more inclined to believe that there is probably something to the game that, I just haven't seen before. So there's a chance that I'll still have fun in a game that other people are saying they're not enjoying. Also, hello, Abdul.
You here now?
Oh,
Yeah, he is here.
I am indeed here, and I got waffle.
What kind of waffle?
Ooh.
The one for desserts.
Ah,
Is it like
nice.
sugar coated, or is it just like a waffle?
It's like a waffle with chocolate syrup and strawberries.
Okay.
And with the option of throwing a fat glob of a salted caramel ice cream on top. I know, it's very lush living.
So, I have some drama I've been holding back until you got here, Abdul. There was an incident today that led me to go down a new rabbit hole of problems. And I want to finally start making a video on this, which means I'm going to be like actually jotting down my notes here in a second on the key points to like go over and talk about in the video, but I'm terrible at writing scripts, so it's probably just going to be like mostly a rant.
Is this like a genuine personal rant of an issue that has actually caused problem for you, or is this more like something that peeved you off and now you're taking it to its extreme?
No. This isn't anything to do with Avowed. This is like something that affected me personally, but in nothing other than a like entertainment sense.
Okay. At the very least, that's a double lining.
So this started earlier today when I officially, for the first time, got banned from the Sea of Thieves Discord.
You do.
But not on my main account.
Oh.
I got banned on the alternate account that the moderators who muted me in the Discord told me to make. I was told that if I wanted to be able to speak in the Sea of Thieves Discord, that I had the two options: remove the links from my profile, or make a new account and only chat on that alt account. I then today got banned
For having an alt.
for having an alt account in the Sea of Thieves Discord.
Oh, that's funny.
It's hilarious, but also this is like, it's gotten to the point now that because of this, I'm like, this is an actual problem with the Sea of Thieves moderation. Like, that's not okay. It's not okay anymore. So, hang on, let me write down the instigating action was banned on alt for being alt. So, I decided today I'm gonna finally start making a video on everything that's been happening. I want to do my own expose. I need a new, actual video to put out, and I thought this was, a good topic because it keeps coming up. So, yeah, sure, I can start making a video on this expose. That's when I learned that I went to go get receipts for like a bunch of things. They have now wiped all message history. Not just on my alt, but on my alt and my main conversations. Additionally, I think there is only 3 proper forum posts left that haven't been permanently deleted from their archives on the Sea of Thieves forums. And this is out of like at least a good 15, I should say. And it got to the point where in one of my forum posts that I was talking about this, or that I was not talking about this, but I was in a forum post talking about Safer Seas. They're like, I'm going to refer to this in the proper like terminology that they word, because it's not a PvE like it's not a PvE method, it's a extended tutorial. But I think one of the forum posts still remaining is like the Safer Seas discussion I was having. Saying that their Safer Seas is not good enough. My key points in that post were just saying like, hey, I know you guys wanted to give people Safer Seas to play with and learn the game, but you have taken so much out of the game with Safer Seas that you can't learn the game anymore. You have no knowledge of what a captaincy is. You are thrown in and under the belief that if you play even more than one session in Safer Seas, you're going to keep thinking that your cosmetics don't save or anything like that. Even if you are in the endgame progression, you can't play with any of the, like, endgame quests to, you know, learn how they're unique and done in their own way. And I was just talking about this, saying, like, hey, you know, even if the endgame quests were in there, their original plan was you can't go higher than level 40, and you're capped to 30% progression on everything. So, like, if you turn in a gold chest, you would only get 30% of the gold that that chest would actually be worth had you done it on the normal one. Both of these I thought were fine. I thought that was actually a perfect alternative to letting someone play PvE. You let them ease into it. That's been changed now. I believe the new Safer Seas is like, you can't go above level 25, but you get 100% progression up to that 25. And then after that, if you are above 25, you don't earn any progression in anything whatsoever from being in Safer Seas. Which I'm like, I don't know. I don't like this at all either. But the alternative I was suggesting was like, what if you allowed some of the endgame quests that, you know, don't focus on PvP, but you cap it at an even less progression rate, like 10%. Which, to put that into perspective, if I did a quest at like 110%, normally it would take me, I want to say like a good 30 of those quests to even reach a new level in their endgame progression, right? If I were to cap that to 10%, that 30 would easily turn into 300. Easily. And it's like, yeah, no one is going to want to farm that long. This forum post that was having this discussion with people got shut down for the reason of, and I quote, Sea of Thieves does not support the PvE method, and this discussion will not be tolerated. And then the forum post was immediately shut down. Can't make any more comments in it or anything. None whatsoever. So that was another one that got shut down. Then today, when I decided to make the expose video, I thought I was going to try something kind of funny and see how far I could go. So what I attempted to do, I got as far as I could, searching every single profile in the Sea of Thieves Discord. I was scrolling for like, let's say a good 2 hours, just clicking on each profile, taking a screenshot of the rule applied, and then trying to click on the next profile, which, keep in mind, because it's like a super active Discord, all the names are like constantly shifting. I couldn't even get past D for a specific role of people, because you know how you can like sort by roles and whatnot? I couldn't even sort past D. So I want to remind you that the reason I was even muted in the first place was because my private Sea of Thieves profile, or my private Discord profile rather, has a link in it, right? Let me disable like streamer mode for a second so I can get a good view of my profile. So I can also show what exactly is breaking their rules. So this right here is what's breaking their rules. Originally, it wasn't even just the web. Originally, it was actually just the web store and the YouTube that were breaking the rules. Technically, this PPMP-DES is now also breaking the rules. So, I'm going to submit a ban appeal. And I want to show you why I'm going to submit a ban appeal. Are you able to see my screen, Abdul?
I was on your YouTube stream. I haven't checked your Discord stream. Let me see.
Oh, okay. The YouTube stream and Discord stream are the same thing, so.
Gotcha. Okay, I see both.
Okay. So, this is why I was permanently muted, right? These links right here. That's why I decided to go through and click on as many possible profiles in the Sea of Thieves Discord. I made my own channel for this. You can see me scroll through this. There is 105 messages in here, which means there's actually 106 because one of the messages has 2 up at the very top there. This is every single person I could click on that not only had a link in their profile, but also has the role that I was applying for when they perma-muted my account for having a link in the profile. I am not blurring these profiles for mostly because they're public, and I do not condone hate on any of these people. They did literally nothing wrong. That's my point. Right? Like, they did nothing wrong, but I did the same thing as them, and I'm the one being punished now. Some of these are just normal Twitch links. That's fine. Some of these are private Discord servers. More sketchy, still against the rule. There are 5 of these that I am avoiding showing if I can. there are 5 of these, Abdul, that are either OnlyFans or Pornhub links. One of them is a ChatterBait account link. And they have the stupid fucking role. You're telling me having my own personal website, which is actually other things, like there are some links in here that are just a dude's website. Right? Like, I have no idea what the hell this link is, Last FM. And it's like, I'm not hating on the dude for having it. Because it's stupid to have that side of the argument. It doesn't make sense. You should be allowed the link in your profile. Also, I thought this one was kind of funny. They just have a facebook.com link. They were the only person I found that had one. But I'm just like, that was kind of funny to see.
Honestly, at that point, they just have a link tree.
This dude does have a link. Dude right above it actually has a link tree. So you say that. That's literally the case. But like, some of these are just people's personal websites. Or personal Discord.
Yeah.
Like,
and that's the thing. That's why I think it's the whole rule, in my eyes, is stupid, purely because you are predicating this rule over what I believe are fringe examples, compared to the very common usage, which is linking.
Oh yeah, this is the common use of it too. But their whole thing is they can't trust any link because they can't possibly click on everyone's links and make sure they're okay. So I get muted for applying for a role that all of these people, all 106 of these people have. And it gets worse because right at the top of the list, one of the things you would notice is other specific roles like partner or boatswain. I'm trying to like avoid actually showing it. There's like, I don't know what passes.com is. I'm actually kind of curious. I might do that on my phone in incognito mode and see what happens. Hang on. I'm gonna check this now. I'm gonna make sure I didn't just like suggest an NSFW link.
Oh, I cannot believe you.
Oh no, this is apparently for the University of Michigan. Okay.
Okay,
It's just their like University of Michigan profile.
That's actually funny.
But this encases my point that I wanted to, that I also wanted to bring up as of this point. I'm gonna rehide the Discord so that those aren't just like sitting open there. But another thing that I found as I dove deeper is Sea of Thieves. It goes really, really heavy on preferential treatment. I found out. I can't show the messages yet because I have to blur them out properly, and I don't want to, like, they asked to stay anonymous, so that's fine. But I have screenshot messages from a Sea of Thieves partner being like, oh yeah, when I play casually, half the time I get put into empty lobbies. Or half the time, I find that if someone kills me, my stuff will still be on my boat. And they sent me a video evidence piece of the fact that, yes, someone, like, stole their treasure. and one of their friends is just like AFK, like not AFK, but like sitting there at the top of the hill, whatever. And someone else came in, stole the treasure. About 2 minutes later, treasure just respawns on their ship.
And this isn't a bug, anything that can be explained like that?
Not that I know of. Not that I've seen. In fact, this is the only case I've ever actually seen something like new treasure just appearing on someone's ship. I don't know what happened to the treasure that the other person took, so I don't know if it was like a lag or a bug, because they're not on screen when the treasure reappears. The other dude is just like off in the water swimming away. But yeah, the treasure just reappears.
To which I roughly suggest to check the bug reports if there is any kind of certain area in.
I absolutely will. I absolutely will. But there's also the case of the other thing that can't be ignored is them being put into empty lobbies.
Yes, that is another matter entirely. That is also...
That is something that they have gone time and time again being like, no, it's not a bug, it just kind of happens sometimes, and the dude is just like, I don't think I've seen a person in Sea of Thieves in half a year. To the point where they have an arena game mode where you can like match up and whatnot. He has a blooper that he sent me too of trying to do the matchmaking for like their arena combat thing, and it just being like no potential matches found.
So is this like the a case of like shadow banning in the game?
I don't think it's shadow banning in the game. I think what it is they're trying to get better content out of their partners, but having all your stuff stolen or like losing 5 matches in a row isn't good content. So they put some kind of tag on the profile that helps favor the odds of the content being good.
By reducing the chances of loss.
Yeah. That's what I'm thinking. That's what it feels like after seeing the heckin' clips he posted to me. And it's like, it's the preferential treatment I can still kind of understand on the Discord side of like they're a Sea of Thieves partner. The whole point is that you are partnered with them to like make more content with them and expose the game to more people via them. But I think that means that this like 1 point completely pales in comparison to the sheer amount of links in other people's profiles that I can guarantee you, if I try to fight it, the response I'm going to get is, well, we can't possibly check every profile on our Discord. But in order to do that, if you can't check every possible profile, A, why is it a rule? B, why are you checking my profile for doing the same thing you allowed them to do without checking their profile? Like, they have the exact same Pirate Legend role I applied for that started this whole cascade of problems.
And also, That is
they'll
a
have,
rule that
like,
they're
a-
enforcing.
they'll have like a Pornhub profile link.
Yeah.
Or like I sent Snowy a photo of the first one I found because I was just like, what the hell is this? I can send it to you too, actually, Abdul, so you can see what I mean. But like, they have the same role, that I was applying for. You can see the OnlyFans link. I don't even have to click view full profile. I sent it to you now. Do you see what I mean?
Yeah.
It's just a blatant OnlyFans link.
And you showed us that some partners
What's-
have links in them.
Oh yeah.
Right?
Oh yeah.
Also,
I'm not saying who or like showing them, but yeah, some of them are like Sea of Thieves partners that have like a Pornhub link in their bio.
Oh, I wasn't talking about Pornhub link. That's even worse. But my point is one.
Oh yeah.
At least with partners, they are the most important. At least to their Discord, seems to be the most important kind of users in their base. Yet they don't check their profiles either, so there's no strict quality control on that. Apparently, and two, they
I'm gonna put it right now. By the way, I went to go look for this because I was really curious after noticing the OnlyFans thing. I really wanted to know.
Mhm.
This game is rated T for teen.
Yeah, that's literally why I checked earlier. I checked the age rating of this game earlier, like a few days ago, purely because I was curious. When you first brought up this Sea of Thieves drama, purely because I was curious as to they making this rule as if the users aren't fully brain-formed adults who can't think for themselves. To which I was like, okay, what's the Discord age and like game age for Sea of Thieves teens? To which I thought, okay, at that point I could see the merit.
Yeah, so
in-
yeah, their Discord, like Discord in general, its age of consent is 13. Like you have to be 13 to make a Discord profile account. Otherwise, your account on Discord can and probably will be banned. Sorry. Sorry, not sorry for reporting you. I'm a narc. Get over it. So it's like, yeah, I can understand the 13 and like that sort of argument and whatnot. However, my overall point is that their targeting of rule enforcement is over selective.
Yeah, and like back to what I was saying earlier, like, okay, so with partners, you tend to be more strict on quality control with them. So of course you'd have to be checking their accounts, and even if they give preferential treatment in that, why is the rule then worded as if it's provided universally to everyone? And that wouldn't be the case.
Exactly. Hang on. I gotta get up, stretch, use the washroom, and then start getting ready for bed. I'll be right back. DJ?
Also, that's a very dapper phoenix.
Oops. Hi, chat. Okay.
Hey, Snowy.
Yeah, you guys could hear me solo.
Yes.
Yep.
Yeah, I was just saying that's a very dapper Phoenix Wright right
I'm like,
there.
that's how he's always dressed though.
That was me subtly complimenting the art.
I know. I'm like, he's always dressed like that. Well, thank you. Facing right. What you been up to, Abdul?
Drawing fan art.
Oh, of what?
Gumi the Vocaloid. Yes. In fact, I have mostly been agonizing over trying to get the skeleton drawn correctly, because it has been looking stiff otherwise. Because it's not just fan art, I'm also making my own set of clothes for like outfit design. So since I'm using original clothing, it ended up looking extremely stiff compared to simply because I got the skeleton wrong.
Oops.
Yeah, so it's been a rather rough go at this, but I think at the very least I've gone over a hurdle, so the rest is hopefully a bit easier.
Yeah, I'm at the point where I'm just saying, what's an enemy? Embrace shape.
I guess, yeah, like your head to body to legs all are of like equal length in a way, so I guess it's easier to.
Yeah, obviously there's still like general rules you need to follow. Be like, your arms shouldn't reach the floor. But like,
Unless it's Donkey Kong. But I guess because your proportions are all very equal, like equal torso, legs, and head length, I think it's easy for it to become intuitive. Meanwhile, if you were to like do something more like with realistic proportions, then that's where everything starts to be like, oh, you're micromanaging all these different lengths and proportions to each other. But at the same time, no, because that will be me overthinking it. And I tend to do that a lot.
You gotta just look at it and be like, does it look weird?
Mm.
Vibe check.
But it was not a proportion that was the issue. It was more like I was trying to make I was trying to make a more dynamic pose, where instead of having them just pose and look lifeless, and because of that, I tried to make like the upper chest aim one direction, the hips or legs face another, etc. Like have a little bit of a natural twist to it, but the clothes didn't conform to the body. Well.
Yeah, you gotta have, yeah.
So yeah, the clothes didn't conform to the body because while the chest was looking like to the left, the clothes looked straight on. So it looked like, yeah, I just straight up just.
Yeah, it's definitely gonna make it look weird.
Yeah. Yeah, thankfully I've solved that. And funny enough, I also got quite a few projects or little kind of things to do after this in mind. One of them being to draw more card designs, because I'm enjoying those. And then there's a few character designs I want to create from scratch. Then there's also that May character I had before that I need to redesign because I was never happy with how she was looking.
Oh, we got a bot. Gotta eat the bot.
Oh, you got a bot.
Settings, show. Man.
Nuked.
Hello.
Hello.
Nice Phoenix Wright. Snowy.
He's just
What?
he's just there for reference. Both you and Abdul complimented him, and I'm like, this was like the one from like months ago.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. He's just there for
Why
reference.
can't I compliment in One Piece?
I also said that.
Because that's not what I'm working on.
Oh, so you're not working on a thing? I can't compliment it?
I'm gonna question why.
Because it looks nice, and I'm seeing it right now. And
Exactly.
in my seeing it, my thought is, oh, that looks nice. I should give them a compliment.
Oh no.
But I was about to say, by your logic, anything you post on Instagram As soon as it is done, it's already old. We are not gonna compliment it anymore.
I was looking up, I'm drawing Natsume Soseki next, and the first or the second Google search after the wiki page is "Today I learned this man is real," and I'm like, oh no, they don't know that he's real.
Nice. I'm done my rant. Giving the rant too much. It's too late in the day that the energy is taken out of me. But yeah, it did indeed make me really mad, Abdul.
Mm. Yeah, because I mean, I understand why you care so much. Because I'm pretty sure you actually used to like the CFD's game and the not customer support.
It's like mechanically, it's fine. Like it's you're thinking of a community. I guess it is just community support or like community relations, whatever.
Yeah, purely because of that has been ruining your kind of experience of the game. And
I mean, my experience of the game was going downhill from the moment that it started getting the argument repeated of like, yeah, I don't want to spend 4 hours in game, and just for some nerd in a barrel to be like, nah, screw your progress, and then all of it be wiped immediately. And people's response are just like, but that's what makes it a pirate game. I'm just like, that's not how that works.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, it makes like it's a game first and foremost. It makes sense for there to at least be some like fail-safe, kind of insurances on hand to make sure that you have something instead of starting from scratch again. You know,
It's mostly just the like. It's the thought of if you're gonna play 6 hours of a game, whether it be online for like entertainment, media, whatnot, or whether it be just for pure enjoyment, it's like why would I spend 6 hours playing a game where my progress gets wiped anytime someone doesn't like my face?
Mm.
And it's like a lot of the other argument is like, oh yeah, me and my like so and so also played this game and we did terrible, so you know what we didn't do? Complain about it. You know what we did do? Spend the next 26 hours of our lives hardcore grinding PvP till we knew every strat, and then we're able to come back at them. And I'm like, okay, but like, that's not a justification for losing 6 hours of progress. Is that, oh, you could just spend 16 hours learning every little detail of every mechanic in the game so that you can't be caught off guard. And I'm just like, uh-huh. That, it just... Those arguments are what ruined the game from the beginning, where I'm just like, I can understand. What?
Not allowed to enjoy the game casually.
Yeah, exactly. It's like, if you want to enjoy the game, you're not allowed to have a life outside of this game. And I'm just like, but why does that automatically have to equate to like why is it that I can't, have a life outside of the game and both voice my opinion that I would like a life outside of the game. It's like, if I don't want a life outside of the game, you should just shut up and not give any kind of feedback. And I'm just like, but why?
Yeah, those are common bad faith arguments from across like every kind of game, where you, if you like the game, you have to believe it's a infallible fortress of good content and cannot be and shouldn't be like criticized if you truly like it or enjoy it. I believe, yep, always a dumb argument, and is the reason why a game grows stagnant if the community doesn't know what it wants, if they're happy getting anything shoveled onto them.
Yeah, it's like, I just don't understand it whatsoever. What am I looking for? Silent Village. That's the first one. I'm like, is the Silent Village the Lost Village, or is there a difference between the Silent Village and...
I just realized how weirdly he's... Oh, he's got a bow tie on over his regular clothes.
I feel like this might actually be Lost Village I'm looking for, and I just don't know where in Lost Village I'm looking for this thing. So I guess I go back to Lost Village and check. But yeah, it's like my dislike of Sea of Thieves has definitely grown over the years. And it's like the amount of bad faith arguments that people give for Sea of Thieves has grown to be like... Ooh, I know a sentence that's gonna make so many people hate me for what I'm about to say. Sea of Thieves, I feel like, has grown to Destiny 2 levels of copium.
Uh-huh.
Like, I loved Destiny 2. I can easily say, oh yeah, there was some copium going on at one point. Of like, maybe it'll get better, or... You know, maybe I'll like this next DLC they put out instead, and it's like, now that the game is like quote unquote over, it's like they put out the final shape is supposed to be like their last story thing they're doing with it, but they're now putting out dungeons. And it's like, I'm seeing that they I wouldn't say sold out to, but like they have collaborations with like Star Wars right now.
Interesting.
And stuff like that. Yeah, and it's like, that's the stuff that's getting people like excited now, and I'm just like, yeah, there's definitely copium there. But I'm like, it feels like it's the same thing with Sea of Thieves. Because every argument you hear is the same thing. Oh, it's great if, you know, you like have a group of 6 that know what they're doing in PvP and are willing to fight every single random dude you come along the way to get treasure, and I'm like, okay, but I don't want to do that. And like, I kind of just want to explore a treasure hunt. But if I say or express that, suddenly I no longer want a pirate game.
I'd say the thing I'm against is people expecting or hoping for a hyper-competitive kind of game. I like competitive games, and I like the idea of competitiveness. But there's a difference between, obviously, healthy competition, or healthy competition for casual players who want to have a challenge against other players while playing a game casually, versus playing a game competitively with money at the core for semi-professionals, versus competitively purely because you're a masochist who wants to suffer, or
Yeah,
no reason, and you only find gratification by going through the worst of it, and only then will you finally enjoy it. Like, I don't know.
yeah, it's like it. The amount of bad faith PvP arguments has grown so strong that I'm just like, we hit in Destiny 2 levels of copium, my guys. I want you to stop, take a step back, and be like, is this actually a good game? Which, like, mechanically, it's fine. So, like, it's one of those things where it's like, in theory, this game is amazing. But I'm just like, okay, but that's in theory, now put it into practice. And they're just like, oh, in practice, I don't know because I keep getting sunk every 20 minutes. And I'm like, then that's not a good game.
Yeah, because an easy fix, or like an easy suggestion I can imagine, is instead of all of your loot, literally randomize 70%. Randomize like.
No, you can't. The problem with doing that is that there's no like actual storage of loot. Like loot just sits on your ship.
Loot just sits on the ship.
Yeah, like it just sits out in the open on the ship. Yeah, it's a little weird. The common suggestion that I think I would be most in favor of, if we're ever suggested properly, is the same thing as both Skull and Bones and Pirates of the Burning Sea. And other old like pirate MMOs have this too, but it's just like the common best way to do pirate PvP is you have an opt-in system where you just raise the PvP flag and that allows anyone to attack you.
One of my favorite PvPvE sections of any game is always the Division 1, when you go to the Dark Zone.
Division 1 was great, it was amazing! It's so good! You know what else was really good for PvPvE too? Is ESO, Elder Scrolls Online. Has a really awesome section like that, because they have, what do you call it? It's, the Imperial City. So it's like, the idea is Cyrodiil is a Cyrodiil itself is also like PvPvE, because each of the cities has like the NPCs, but it's more like, Cyrodiil as a whole is more like trying to play, like an MMO version of League, almost. Where it's like you have the control points, you have the minions, you have the objectives, you have the bosses that can give you like little boons and whatnot, etc.
MOBA?
No, not quite a MOBA though, is the problem. I just more so meant like the actual gameplay loop of like how you win a match. Because Cyrodiil does have like actual winners, it's just like they're determined on either a daily, weekly, monthly, or yearly basis. I don't know if the yearly campaign is still up, but if it is, that was like the best type of campaign to go into. You strap yourself in for a full year of PvP, you get yourself like a guild to go in with, and it's just like the most intense shit ever because people are actually treating it like a war where like you have to sabotage other people, steal the flags while no one's like online, make your sneak attacks at like the right opportune moment. It was so good. It just felt like an actual war in an MMO. It was great.
I'd say that's definitely different because it's always a section where you agree that this is how this is how the game plays. But the problem with Sea of Thieves is that that's the thing for the entirety of the game, and that there's no safe place to enjoy, or at least enjoy a slower pacing of gameplay, except for when it's called a tutorial, and then you're basically treated like a blubbering baby for simply being there. It's almost like it makes you feel bad for not throwing yourself into the jaws of death every time.
Do you want to know how right you are in this?
I am curious because
there is a meme that goes around. See if these people will know what I mean when I say this meme. But it is a meme that goes around in a bunch of different formats or whatever, but the gist of the meme is always like, You have a ship full of loot, like stacked star to star with loot. No one touches you. You go fishing for 5 seconds. Suddenly you've started a war. That's the mentality of the Sea of Thieves community. It's so stupid and so annoying. And I'm just like, I think I get more annoyed just because of the amount of, like, people that praise it as highly as they do, when I'm just like, this game is like a 6 out of 10 at best, man. Ooh, is that an illusion spot I missed earlier?
I always think it's fine if you want to praise the strong points of a game, and if the strong points are enough to make you think, like, are the most enjoyable parts to you, and that you believe it justifies your enjoyment of it to its entirety. But I always am against putting a game on a pedestal that it's beyond you accepting that it's definitely not someone's cup of tea, or it lacking a crucial element that ruins their enjoyment of it.
Yeah, exactly. It's like, man, I'm here to, like, on stream, I am here to stream a game and have fun streaming it. That's it. Those are the only 2 prerequisites, right? If I can't cross out half of that list because of a game, I'm just like, then there's no point in streaming the game because I'm not having fun. I am loving Avowed. Like, luckily, I know you were here for like part of the Avowed argument, but part of the bit that you didn't hear, and this is something that's actually like made me really happy right now, is that the reviews on this game are actually sitting at mostly positive, with 80% of over 3,000 reviews.
Oh, okay, that's good, because from the latter, like the tail end of it, it did make me worry about like review bomb.
It's like
people just.
It sounds like it would be a game that gets reviewed bomb, and like reading some of the bad reviews, some of them are really, really bad faith. But like, this game is sitting at mostly positive, or at very positive, which. That's good. I think that's exactly where it should stay. Is like, yeah, it's not. This is a game that I can easily agree is not Game of the Year material. But I don't think every game needs to be. And I think this game is a perfect example of, like, you can still really like a game without it having to be Game of the Year material. And then comparing it to games by being like, oh, just go play Kingdom Come Deliverance 2. It's like, what meth are you smoking?
And
that you think like everyone would agree with just go play Kingdom Come Deliverance 2. Like, I can admit, yeah, it looks like a good game. KCD2 looks like it's like really well thought out. The animations are really nice. The cinematics are beautiful. I don't know. I'm like, it's still not even March, so I can't really. I don't like to give Game of the Year like material thoughts out until like April or May usually. So like, I don't know if it's Game of the Year material or not, but it is a well-made game. But you can't compare it to something like this and be like, this game is worse than that, when they're not in the same medium whatsoever.
Yeah, plus, I'd say it's, even if they were like close enough, I'd say it's a dumb argument to say, oh yeah, say for example, you are a fan, you want a good pirate game. So Sea of Thieves is not a good pirate game, but it's a pirate game.
No.
Now they're like, okay, why don't you go over to this good game? But it's not a pirate game anymore. So you're still gonna have an issue with it because it's still not what you wanted. So it's not like you're just gonna immediately have an entirely enjoyable time.
Woo! Fully upgraded set of armor.
And it may sound like, and it may paint you as some kind of hater in the, like with my example, but my point is
Right.
that by that their argument does not hold up, but because it does not solve the core issues. It's just running from a problem.
Yeah, I'm just like, it's... I can at least see the difference in a good game versus a good pirate game. And it's like, I don't expect everyone to see the same difference because, you know, not everyone specializes in wanting to play a pirate game. So not everyone is gonna see the difference in, like, Assassin's Creed versus Pirates of the Burning Sea in terms of, like, pirate games. But they'll see the difference in terms of, like, MMO versus open world, and it's just that, like, the juxtaposition is so wide now that you gotta question, like, what's the point? I'm still looking for these pieces, and I have no idea where they are. Disused towers guarding lava fields. Is there a place called the lava fields, though? I don't think there is. Most I can see is this area. But part of this area is a mountain. And it's not referring to the North Warden Tower, because we've been there. Oh my god. This is also, like, I love this game's, like, treasure hunt style. And I think that's what, like, also really helps it shine in terms of being a good pirate game. Is, like, it's not willing to handhold, but it's not the stupidest hunt imaginable for a treasure.
I would ask, how does its treasure hunt system work exactly?
Okay, so there's two types of treasure hunt. There's the ones that I'm going for at the moment, which is the totems. So these are like, one full totem has 6 pieces that are each scattered throughout a map. Your hint to each piece of the totem is in a riddle. So, like, near the Founder's head, these arrows find out of view where he is blind, right? If I read that one, I can tell you exactly where that one is. I'm just hesitant to go to it right now because it's story progress. And I was trying to save the story progress for, like, a little bit more into it. There's still enemies just kind of, like, chilling. How are people saying they don't see any enemies? What are you guys doing here? I think this is a case for, like, I don't think this game needed as much fast travel as it has. I'm still finding enemies that I'm just like, you guys exist? There is also, someone didn't already make a mod that allows the enemies to respawn. I'm just like, oh, that might be cool for a second playthrough, but right now I'm... Like, the combat is really good, it's smooth, it's solid, it has its own unique mechanic to it. So it's like, I like it. But if enemies were allowed to respawn, man, I'd be moving so much that I just wouldn't know what to do. Okay, so... For example, Abdul. For near Founder's Head, the region I'm in is called Gallowayne's Tusk, right? There is, on one of these mountains, it's like over that way somewhere, I think it's that mountain that I'm looking at. On that side, I think like right around that little thing, there's a giant statue of Gallowayne's head. right?
Mm.
Which is very easy to then see, like... Hang on, if I come over here, I can see a little bit better, actually. I like the sketches so far, Snowy. I like those sketches so far. Yeah, they go. Sorry, I know a sidetrack random bit.
No, I agree. It's actually very delicious.
Even more enemies. My God. Oh, here you go. Okay, so I'm gonna read the clue, Abdul. Near the founder's head, these arrows find out of view where he is blind, right? Right ahead of me, you can clearly see the man's head.
Mm.
So I imagine it's like somewhere around the back of his head, because it's out of view where he is blind, like can't have eyes in the back of your head sort of deal.
Or maybe it's like directly underneath it, where it's maybe
That could be true too. I just don't have the ability to get over there without either major exploit or like progressing in story, which I could probably try to have some fun and exploit my way over there in a minute. I think I could probably pull something off. Oh, that was too fast. I am speed. The other type of treasure map is the ones you can buy that are actually labeled treasure maps, and they're this. Just a depiction of an in-game area and a red X. But they always make sure to give you the right amount of small and large details. Like, these trees are something that you don't have to include, but they are a huge giveaway in being like, ah, yes, if I see those trees peeking at a tower with like a craggled rock in the distance behind it, then as long as I see that tower and craggled rock, I just look for the trees that are in front of one of its views. Which I have no idea where that would be, but I gotta figure it out at some point. But so those are the two types of treasure maps, and I'm like, they're both really well done in this game.
It's funny because the latter reminds me of Final Fantasy XIV's system of treasure maps, where if I were to screenshot and post a note, Mike, you're given a very small section of a map. It at least tells you the overall map, like level area that it's in, but it gives you such a small, like, section of the map, and you have to figure out where it is on.
Oh yeah, see, I love those little maps too. I think for treasure maps like that, they're great. Like, I feel like they really add, those add the idea of you finding hidden treasure. I
really love it
God.
because
Hang on, we're gonna like save around here just in case, because I can always fast travel from here. What?
Oh my! Oh my!
I just need to like... Oh! Burning! Oh, come on! Okay, so you won't ledge climb that thing. Yeah. It's clear to me that that's not the right way to sequence break in this little, like, area, but I'll find a way. I've gotten myself out of the map more times than you could count on one hand already, so...
Flashbacks to the very first stream.
Literally the first stream. Oh, have you seen the screenshots, Abdul? I can send you one.
Oh, please do.
Oh, okay. I'll show you. Because it's actually my bit of feedback is that this game could just be a little bit more optimized. Because like the out of bounds area has a ton of foliage.
But you showed me on stream, I'm sure, of you being underneath the map at one point. But you saved it and you loaded into it.
Oh yeah, no. I don't have the actual like video footage, but I'll send you the screenshot again of being out of the map, and I'm just like, that was stream 1, man.
Yeah, this
That
exact
was
area. Yeah.
literally before I could complete the first like major objective. I hadn't completed a single story quest at that point. Actually, I might have completed exactly one, because I might have completed the one that's in the area I broke out of. And all of this to say, by the way, that like a good 2 or 3 streams later, I actually found the solution to that puzzle that doesn't involve breaking out of the map, because I was like, I don't see how people are supposed to do this. But the whole puzzle was like, there's a lake, and then there's a little cliff edge on the other side of this like little pond, or not like, but like pond, right?
Mm.
And you were supposed to get up on top of the little lip of the pond so that you could grab the treasure, like the little bag of treasure that was sitting up on top of it. Ooh, and a purple backpack. My solution to this, Abdul, was break out of the map. So it's just that stubborn. The actual solution to this, it turns out you can freeze water with ice grenades.
Whoops.
So you're just supposed to freeze the water and then use it as a platform to jump up off of.
Oh, so there's like a mini puzzle element to it where you are meant to play it smart in order to access these areas.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Absolutely, there's some of these that I'm like, right here, this like illusion area, like... There's like little places like that snickered throughout the game. Or like these things have the little electricity thing to them. But you can find them before you're supposed to like first meet them. Oh, I threw an ice grenade at an electric grenade requirement, huh? Oh, because I don't have any electric grenades. Okay, so I've already found the riddle treasure in this area. I don't know what I'm opening when I open that thing then. I guess I could try to figure that out first then, see what I'm actually trying to activate with the electricity thing. If I follow the electricity... It doesn't go into here. Where does it go? It goes through the rocks somewhere. Oh, wait! You know what? I don't need a thing. Oh my god, I gotta start keeping... I need to start keeping that gun on me. I have a gun that can produce electricity. Okay, there's a camp right over here. I'm gonna go grab it. We're gonna see what this puzzle does. But yeah, so like... The little treasure maps that are like that, where they just give you an in-game depiction of an area, those are usually my favorite. It feels like you have to actually like look for it, you know?
Yeah, like I like how it rewards both map reading, but it also rewards familiarity with like with areas in the game. Plus,
You know you know what that's called? That it promotes the best? It is called pattern recognition. It goes, hey, if you can see what the, like, you can spot what that looks like here, and you can spot what that... Oh, I found one of the other... Ah, okay, so Carrot X Pride does indeed work for generating electricity. Okay, so this also goes to the electric thing? What I'm trying to open? So, there's the door. Okay, so if it's a door there... See, this is what I mean, though. It's like it's pattern recognition. I can see that there's the two electricity things that are just kind of sitting there, which means that there's something that requires electricity nearby. And then I just have to look for the pattern recognition of, like, where would have a little nook in, like, this little area. I see it, and I go, oh, okay, there's the door.
No, I also think it's just... It allows you to enjoy almost scenic angles of areas that you wouldn't have thought if you were to just fast travel to them.
Okay, so is there a hint as to like where that other one is hidden? It's gonna be there. I need to get back up there because I can guarantee you it's gonna be there. Hang on, I got this. I see a breakable ledge. I know what that means, or a breakable wall. I know a breakable wall means you can break it for a reason. So if I come here and I look, haha, there we go. And that opens all three doors. Problem solving at its finest. Give me the treasure. All of this for an armor, a piece of armor, and a bone. Looks like at least a piece of armor is...
Yeah.
At least a piece of armor is worth $1,000.
Pretty funky armor.
Yeah, it's not useless. Oh, you want to see funky armor? Have you seen my actual outfit?
No.
So this game does something that every RPG ever should allow you to do.
Glamour.
It allows you to transmog in a single player game. I think that's a super important feature that needs to be done in more in more games.
Agreed. I feel like it's always a thing that's you mostly seen in multiplayer games, allowing you to...
Yeah, it's like only ever in MMOs.
Yeah. There should be a thing that you...
Or like,
want to
it'll do a full, like, cosmetic system where it's like, yeah, or you could just put on this entire outfit. But it's never like, you can transmog your armor to look like other armor. Would you like to see what happens if I wear my armor, Abdul?
Sure.
So there's... Well, there you go. Okay, so there's that stuff. That's my boot. Those are my normal boots and gloves. Here is my like entire chest piece. Like your chest piece and your pants are considered one outfit. Yep. I'm a shirtless Aquaman. Down to the medieval cod piece too for the funnies. I guess.
Oh no.
Yup. I pointed it out. You can't unsee it now. I look like a dude from like a 90s music video.
You look like you were inspired by David Bowie.
Yeah. You know what it looks like? It looks like one of the dudes that would do those like energetic sports exercise videos.
Oh my god. Those like fitness instruction videos, yeah.
Yeah, look, alright, pump it up, man. You got 1, and 2, and 1, and 2. When I transmog myself, I look completely different. I just look like a pirate. Great. I'm just like, I love the transmog system. It needs to be in more games like this. I think the only other game I've ever seen transmog done right in would be like, yeah, I guess Mass Effect. But even Mass Effect, no, they just kind of opted for the entire clothing system. Or it was like, you're either wearing your armor or you're wearing like a custom outfit that they made for a DLC. For a DLC or like special edition or whatever. I'm looking around to see if I can't find that treasure map now. Because like the problem is it has a building and then it has like one of those crackled rocks, but man, those are literally everywhere. Which I will say, nice touch on the world design, giving it the like violent explosive outburst when the whole plot that we know so far is that like we have a crybaby god in our head who ended all of humanity once via a violent outburst.
Wait, that's the setting here?
Oh yeah. So okay, here's the actual plot so far, Abdul. We are an envoy for the Adiran Emperor, right?
Mm-hmm.
We are sent to Magic Australia to make sure relations go well.
Everyone calling it Magical Australia?
No, just me. Yeah, it might catch on though. Just 10 out of 10 perfect spiders for Magic Australia. That wouldn't actually be my review, but it's a pretty funny one nonetheless. But yeah, we are sent as the Adiran envoy to this place, to Magic Australia, to, you know, make sure that like everyone is getting along smoothly, as well as to investigate a strange plague that is corrupting not only people's like physical bodies but also their souls. And when you question how in Souls, it turns out this is set in the Pillars of Eternity universe, where reincarnation is extremely real. In fact, it's referred to as going around the wheel, because there is a thing known as the Wheel of Life that gets turned by the God of Death. And the whole bit is that when you go around the wheel, some people remember like their memories extremely clearly, other people don't. But they've learned to tap into the magic enough that you can actually like see a person's soul. So you can like, there are people called, they might actually just be called like, they might just be called mystics or readers or something like that. But they are people who can like use the magic to see what your soul is like, to see what your past life was like, and like to know who you were, to help you like learn who you are as a person, sort of deal. So, after getting sent to Magic Australia, we learned that, well, you learn, like, before, I guess, but we learned the true identity of, the god that has chosen us, because there are, a race of people in the game known as, God Touched. Which is like, sometimes gods will just dip their hands into the pond that is human souls. And every so often, they'll bless one with, like, gifts and knowledge and be able to commune with them properly and everything. The caveat being that that dude can then not reproduce.
Oops.
Yeah.
So they can reincarnate they can turn the wheel and become
they don't turn the wheel. They just like touch a person's soul, that person is now God touched.
I know. I'm
the
saying that
other
God
soul.
touched. I'm saying that God touched soul. Once it reincarnates and turns the wheel, is it free from that God touched thing,
No.
or is it permanent?
Nope. It's permanent, as far as I know.
Even for future reincarnations?
I'm not 100% sure on that one. I didn't play Pillars of Eternity 1 or 2, so I don't actually know. I've been told I need to play Pillars of Eternity 2. If anyone wants to get into it with me, I will. Cause is it multiplayer actually? Hang on. I have been told it is one of the greatest pirate games of all time.
Because either way, I'd say that's a very bad deal. Because now you're permanently sterile.
Oh yeah, it's like I know about this game.
Like imagine
I even
even
own
like
it.
even after you reincarnate hundreds of times, yep, you're still sterile. At least it
Yeah,
is
it's like
enforcing
I do
celibacy.
own this game, so maybe. So I should
You just
play
have
at
it
some
too?
point.
Wait, what?
Yeah, I do have this game.
Oh.
I have this game. Yeah, I don't remember when or where I got it, but yeah, I own it. I don't have the first one, and I think my problem is there's no good videos on like the story of the first one in order for me to then get caught up with what happened in the first game to go into the second, where it's like you're not supposed to need to know, but I usually like to know. And I don't want to pay $40 to go through quickly and find out. But it is like, it's a game I've been looking into. Also, Pillars of Eternity 2 is not multiplayer, never mind. Yeah, I just have to suffer through it at some point. So I don't know about the whole God Touched thing. But what I do know is that our character was God Touched, but our God never spoke to us. Which made a lot of people really confused, and there's like, you can kind of insert your own backstory into why the Emperor chose to like deal with you at all. And in my head, it was just, he was too morbidly curious about a dude who was God touched but had no god associated with them. When we get to Magic Australia, however, there are two big revelations. The first one is that we got to meet our god. Their name is Sapidal. They are the god of creation, and they are physically and spiritually trapped inside of Magic Australia as a whole. Specifically in a place that we're looking for called the Garden. Sapidal has asked us to free them. The other revelation we get is that the Adiran Empire, along with sending us, has hired a militia known as the Steel Garrote, who now want to basically take Magic Australia for themselves via a very violent oppression. So, at first I didn't want to side with the god at all, because I didn't trust them and I thought they were the cause of the Soul Plague, or what they call the Dream Scourge, which it like affects your literal soul, meaning that if you get reincarnated, you get reincarnated with the Dream Scourge, which makes it worse. So the other gods, for the time being, have been like, okay, if there's anyone who's Dream Scourged, they have to be reincarnated in Magic Australia so we can contain this. And they just end up coming back at as these weird like Dream Thrall things, regardless of how many times we fight or deal with them. So it sounds like so far, like, I don't want to deal with the Inquisitor, because she burned down an entire village for the sake of the magic they were practicing there is illegal in another continent. So she burns an entire village to the ground, and they even slaughtered like actual innocent people who literally defended themselves with sticks. So as of right now, who would you want to side with, Abdul, in that little portion? Of what you've learned. If you had to pick of siding with the god or siding with the Inquisitor, who you choosing?
Really, out of it being interesting, probably the god.
Okay. Now I'm gonna give you the revelation that I got, that I kind of had an inkling of from the beginning, and have just learned is true. And it is the fact that the god is actually, yes, they are responsible for the Dream Scourge. Because it turns out that our god is a literal fucking crybaby. Like, you know that area I was in a minute ago that had, like, the weird running clean water?
Mm-hmm.
So, that water wasn't clean when I got here, it was part of a quest. Unpoison that water that was poisoned because our god didn't like the fact that people other than trees were drinking from it. So they poisoned the entire land, including the other creatures. And it turns out, yeah, they're responsible for wiping out all of humanity at one point. Because someone else, like, I don't know how deep this part goes, but it had something to do with the other gods sending these weird, like, robots to... I say robots, magic robots or whatever, where it's like essence-infused things. But they sent them to... Some of the gods sent them to Magic Australia at one point. The other god didn't like it, so it decided to wipe out all of humanity. And in retaliation, the god of, like, justice and balance was like, okay, clearly you can't just go around doing that. We're gonna continue to Magic Australia. You still thinking of siding with the god?
Like I said, purely on account of it being interesting. I didn't say that it would...
I know, but that's the problem, is that this is like an actual dilemma that this game has put me into now, where it's like, yeah, do I side with the crybaby god? Who is probably gonna wipe out all of humanity if anyone does so much as, like, smelt an ingot? Or do I side with the, like, crazy dictator who thinks she gets to rule a world because some other dude hired her to keep the peace? I know her thing is actually more in-depth than that. She has her own god. Like, she is also god-touched and is, like, a literal skeleton because she has given her life for that god, so in exchange the god was like, here, have a second chance, I need you to be my eyes and ears still. So it's like she has more going for her than just that, but also she is still just a crazy dictator that I don't know that I want to side with. Also, I've made it to somewhere I'm not supposed to be. I'm going to save quickly to see if I can't continue doing this to get out of the map. I don't know where I am. I'm doing right or wrong. Oh, maybe I am. No, that rock definitely says not allowed to be here. hoping I don't fall through the world on this. I'm just trying to sequence break. I mean, I've done it in more games than this, so regardless of whether it happens or not, it won't surprise me. Oh, I think I did get really... I think I found a route, though. Oh, please, please, please! Almost fell directly into the lava. We're gonna continue. We're halfway up the mountain. Oh my god, did I just get Thanos snapped for sequence breaking? Hang on, this might be more dangerous than I thought then. I don't know why it killed me. Is anyone else seeing this?
I wasn't. What happened? What happened?
Oh, hello, me man. I'm getting killed for going out of bounds. Okay, so my goal is to get up there, right? Because that's where the Godhead is like somewhere up on that little region. I'm already out of bounds for sure. I'm not supposed to be where I am. Right, Abdul?
Hmm.
We can agree? I go up this rock, and I'm like, I can jump up this rock to continue going. I'm gonna, like, save right here, and then... Actually, no, don't overwrite the save. Make a new one, just in case. Then I go forward. Thanos snaps. There's no health dip, there's no, like, message, no warning. Oh! Bad zone. Oh, I don't know what happened to the monies, me man. Your dailies didn't get reset, but for some reason the point system did? I don't know why. Okay, wait, I'm gonna load the other one that's like a little safer, and yeah, I'm gonna try going the other way around then. Yeah, see, you have 5 mochi. You still got your dailies. Oh, that's gonna... Oh, yep. So... I guess I'll save over here and try to go from there. No, it doesn't work. Oh. Hmm. Oh, here we go. Wait, this... If this doesn't kill me, it's promising. That's a sentence. Oh, nice. Nice. This does look doable. The problem is I need to, like, clamber on specific rocks. So I can see, like, I could clamber on that one. Oh, there we go. Screaming well done at me as I die is hilarious. Well done, my guy, you died. Oh, that's like the Fable 3 clip I posted. Oh, that's a really weird slide spot, actually. Okay, let's try going down a little bit more then, and climbing from another... Oh! Good to know, lava's still real. It was good. Thank you, meme man. And, like, I had a nice early stream to wake up, and then... Oh. Got to do all my business stuff, and then... Now I'm back at it. No, you cannot have mod. Nice try, though. Did a good job at sneaking that one in. Felt a lot more casual than your other attempts.
I have
Oh my god. I have made it so much further up than ever before. Have fun, Abdul.
Take us, Snowy. Take us, E.
I might legitimately break out of the map again today. Oh, I'm 100% out of the map. I am not supposed to be out here. I've done it. I've found the miracle, like, rocks to get me out of the map. The only question is, can I actually sequence break to the head? Because if so, this will be the first time that I could ever actually post to people about sequence breaking to an area. Well, I don't know if I'm going to clip or not, which is why I have to be careful, me man. Like, some things I'll clip, some things I won't, as we learned with the first area. But it looks like they did just make this all terrain. We're gonna see how far we can go. How close to the volcano can I get? Oh, that's fake. No, it's okay. We're safe for now. I just have to be careful with, like, the fake walls, because what is very likely going to happen is fake walls like this. Oh, leading into a pit. Yup, like that. It's like a boss area. I am not on the map anymore. If I open up my map, I'm out here. Here we go. Going this way, I might be able to get down to the bottom. Oh, it doesn't go downwards. I am on the terrain limit. Yeah, you can have some points, me man. I feel bad because I know I did break this somehow. Good news is, I had backups. Oh, wait. I know exactly how many points you had last time. Because I can just go back to your backup. So there you go. Should have 482 restored to you? Okay, so this is out of the map. And I need to get to the head.
Oh, my stream. Tired.
Okay.
Progress. Super.
I am going to keep playing for now for sure. Oh, I have to be careful when falling in here. Oh my god, nice me, man, you won the jackpot?